go. Well, I woke up this morning, y'all. I went and shot y'all some video with sunrise. I hope y'all enjoy watching it. But this video is going to be about the 6 things I learned in the past 6 months as being a nomad. And this, what I consider some good advice. I'm going to make breakfast in a minute, and then we're going to get to the video. Hope y'all enjoy it. If you do, hit the like button, comment, show me some love, y'all. Show y'all what I made. I made a biscuit. Big old biscuit. And then eggs and bacon. So I'll make me a big old biscuit, egg, bacon sandwich. I'm gonna enjoy it. I'm finna make me some coffee too. Watch the sunrise and watch me make some breakfast. So today's subject, I'm gonna talk about 6 things that you need to know as a nomad. 6 things I've learned being a nomad. Number 1 is going to be the fact that you need a slush fund, a safety net, some money in your savings account, y'all, just to put it to you easy. Some rainy day money, you know, something stuck back just in case something happens. I suggest 5,000, depending on if you know how to work in your own stuff. 10,000 to 15,000 if you have no clue how to work on your own stuff. Cause think about it, transmission goes up, that's $5,000. If you take it to go get it work on, maybe even a little bit more. Your motor blows up, that's $5,000 to $10,000 to get it replaced. And the reason I say up to 15,000 to 20,000 is you may wreck your rig, like total it out to where you can't continue on living this lifestyle, and you be a homeless bum standing on the side of the street, y'all. Most of us living this lifestyle, we ain't but one paycheck from being that way. There's, I'd say probably half and half. Half of us has got a savings fund. When we get down to where our bare minimum is, we act like we're broke. Because legitimately we are. We get into that slush fund and start spending it, and next thing you know, it's gone. It don't take long. Number 2 is work. If you're not willing to work, you're not going to be able to make it. It does cost to live this lifestyle. It don't cost much. So you ain't got to work no full-time job. Part-time jobs tend to do it. And I've been doing it for 6 months now. And all I've worked was part-time jobs and part-time so far at this job. But we'll go to 40 hours a week, but only for a few months. And then I'm back on the road. But be willing to do any kind of job. Clean bathrooms, work in restaurants, mechanically inclined, go get some mechanic job while you're in the town. Let the dude know that you're a nomad. You might only be there 3 or 4 months. So, like straight up, let him know. Don't make the rest of us look bad. We're out here trying to make it too. So, straight up, go out there, do your job, work as hard as you can. Like, we do all kinds of jobs. I've done restaurant jobs, I've done construction work. I'm going to do harvesting in the fall. So, like, I've cleaned bathrooms, I don't care. Money's money. And as I said, you don't need much to live, but you need to keep money. That's just the way the world rolls, y'all. Number 3. Number 3 is going to be one I wish I would have figured out before I left. I have water in my rig, y'all. I got 55 gallons. The thing that I don't have is a water heater. And my water runs off a foot pump. And I wish I would have stuck an electrical pump in there. And doing dishes gets aggravating. Trying to take a shower gets aggravating. Like I have to go find me a shower to pay, like a truck stop or a pay shower. Here I'm lucky. I got a shower in the campground that I can use for free. But typically when I'm nomading, like down in Lake Havasu or anywhere like that, I have to pay for a shower. I mean, you pay $5, you can pay $15. It depends on the hole you find to take a shower in. Like when I was in Lake Havasu, I had a Planet Fitness. And all I did was go take showers there to keep me from having to pay $15 at the truck stop. As I said, I have no hot water heater in my rig, so when it comes time to wash dishes, I had to boil water, dump it in my sink, wash my dishes, and just to boil enough water to put in my sink takes about 30 to 40 minutes, y'all. So, you know, think about it while you're building your rig out. And check out the dog, y'all. I love it down here on the lake. I'm sorry I had to run. Stuff gets my attention, and you know how it goes. You just gotta look. Number 4 is power, y'all. If you know my rig, you know I got an ungodly amount of solar power. And I still wish I would have put 25% more solar power on my rig. Because you have multiple days where you ain't got no sun. And, if you decide to use a generator, keep in mind you may not be able to use it at nighttime. So you're not going to have no power. Like in my campground, it's 10 o'clock at night till 6 a.m. in the morning, which most of us are sleeping. But if you're running a refrigerator or anything like that, so your food may not be good the next day, depending on how hot it is. And also with a generator, you're buying gas all the time. Solar power, yeah, it costs us a good bit, but at the same time, you got very few maintenance fees, or however you want to look at it. So just, you know, give us a thought. If you think about a generator, as I said, save up some more money, and I'll advise you to go with solar. I pull in the campgrounds or out on BLM land, I don't worry about plugging up. There's some days I may have to turn off stuff and let my solar catch up from where I've been running the AC and cooking in the middle of the night and stuff like that. But typically it's I'm good. I go around about 3 or 4 days, no sunlight, very little sunlight. And I was blessed to be able to afford everything in mine. Some people ain't blessed. I got a friend of mine that has no power in his rig right now. He's running a generator, and he's lucky enough to have 2 solar generators on top of it. So it's saving a little bit of money, but at the same time, it's still costing me, y'all. I know the pain. I've been there, and it ain't no fun being broke sometimes. Number 5. It's gonna be I know a lot of y'all probably ain't mechanically inclined, but I advise you. Learn how to change your oil, learn how to do your spark plugs. You know, the easy things you don't really need a mechanic for. How to change your own brakes, how to change your fluids. And when I say fluids, I'm not just talking about your motor oil, I'm talking about your axle fluid, your transmission fluid. You want to be able to do all this, you know what I mean? But don't take a whole lot of mechanical skills to do your fluids. I understand if you got a blown head gasket or busted transmission and stuff like that, yeah, you may need a real mechanic. Some of us, like I grew up, my dad was a mechanic, so I've been blessed in that way. I thank God every day that I ain't got to call a mechanic every time my stuff breaks down. But at the same time, my rig's only got 70,000 miles on it, y'all. I feel pretty confident in it, and it's been taken well care of over the years. It comes from a church. I got all the records and everything to go with it. What are you doing, little buddy? You a little scared? Huh? I think, yeah, he's alright. I don't know why sometimes he just walks with his head down, but he's panting hard. But we have been walking for a couple minutes, y'all. My 6th and final word of advice is, remember, you're nowhere near your family. Like me, my family's 2,000 miles away. I'm on the west coast, and my family lives on the east coast. The first piece of advice I can give you is start making you a nomad family. And when I say family, I mean people that will go out of their way to come and help you out, even if they drive 700 to 800 miles. But also be prepared to drive 700 to 800 miles for them. It's a 2-way street. You could lose family members that way. But I'm also lucky enough to have family members that will fly out here and take care of stuff if I need it. So those are my 6 major things that I recommend, or that's my 6 major pieces of advice. take it to heart. If you want to, throw them off in a gutter. I could care less. Just a word of advice. I've been living this for 6 months, and that's the things that I've figured out so far. If y'all would, hit that like button, comment. Let me know what y'all thought about this video. Alright, I appreciate it.